You're listening to the Two Dumb Babies Secret Podcast, available every week on Patreon and every other week on YouTube and wherever else you listen to podcasts. And now, for the intro.
I would like all of you to know we're not in this together.
Great job. Yeah. You turn the fuck on. You turn the
I turned the fuck on.
You turn the fuck...
I am fucking turned on.
You turned me on. I don't know what I was trying to say. You turn the fuck out of that thing on or something like that. I don't know.
You turn that thing the fuck on?
Yeah, maybe that's better.
You fucking turn that thing on.
Yeah, that's a good way too.
English. What a fun language.
Yeah, dude, look at you mixing things up. Eric the poet.
It's like one of those multiple choice questions. You're like, which one's correct?
Yeah, it's like an SAT thing. You're like they're all correct. I say all of these all the time.
I know nowadays. Like, I mean, what's grammatically correct, or how do people speak?
Yeah, exactly. Nobody talks grammatically correct. Because I said talks grammatically correct. That's not grammatically correct. Right there.
No way, that's grammatically correct.
That sounds wrong. That sounds like the thing I'd be like, not that one in the SAT question.
Yeah.
But that's the one I said. So which one's right?
That's the much easier multiple choice. Or like, which one of these is wrong? You're like, I think I can figure out which of the four is wrong, but I don't know which of the other three is right.
Yeah. Speak now for art.
Thou, Romeo,
spoketh to thee.
Thy Romeo.
Yeah, you get it.
You remember any books from school that you read?
Do I remember books
from school? just in. Is
that the question you just asked me? Hey, remember books? Right. What's going on with those guys?
You're putting commas in different places. I said, do you remember any books you read from school? You're like, you remember any, books?
You remember any, like, those book things? Remember those long manuals on how to read?
I was just wondering, because, like my nephew's 12 just, like, told my parents to read The Giver. And
oh yeah, The
Giver.
My
parents read
I remember that.
I was like, that was a book when I was in school too. Yeah. I was like, I don't think I read it. But
when were these books even written?
I don't know.
When did it?
Ago.
Like, is it like when math was invented?
I think
like people like 2,000 years ago were reading The Giver.
Not quite that long.
You read The Giver,
but I think school books are like 100 years ago.
Yeah. How do you? That's like making it. That's like hitting big. You're like, oh, the public school system picked up my book. Yeah. I'm fucking huge.
I'm set until my kids are set. I'll be dead and they'll keep reading this shit.
That's got to be like the getting on Letterman for authors. The public school system picked me up. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's much better than the like my movies on an airplane, probably.
Yeah, right.
That sounds sad.
Yeah, my books on in the private school curriculum. I don't know. Being in the public school system is the airplane kind of viewership.
I guess,
of book
yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I have to read this. Yeah,
these are all my choices.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like watching Hobbs versus Gibbs on the airplane or whatever the Fast and Furious thing.
It's this, or I can stare at the back of a seat.
Yeah, I guess I'll watch Hobbs versus Gibbs. I guess. What was it? Hobbs and Shaw. That's what it is. Hobbs and Shaw. I was like, this movie sucks, but I will watch it to completion. That's The Giver.
Stewardesses are like the teachers of the plane, I guess. Hey, teacher, can I have a pillow?
Hey, teacher, can I use the bathroom? And they're like, no.
No, the plane hasn't fully ascended yet.
That's pretty much their only job, is telling you can't stop drinking and no, you can't use the bathroom.
Well,
that's like all flight attendants do.
Have you had a flight attendant tell you to stop drinking?
I have ordered so many drinks on an airplane, and they're like, no. Like, I think you've had enough. And I'm like, this is an airplane. I'm scared. Give me more alcohol. We're in the sky, lady. Doesn't that freak you out at all? Give me some fucking Jack Daniels.
It's not getting cut off at a bar where they can kick you out. So
yeah, exactly. What are you going to do? Tell me to parachute? Make an emergency landing? Fuck off.
What are you going to do?
Give me another
send me to the
soda.
cockpit? You got to go hang out with the pilot.
There was when I was flying to Florida, so you're not allowed to bring alcohol onto airplanes anymore.
Not even the
travel bottles. Like the FDA doesn't allow it.
I know you're not supposed to use them. Like, you're never supposed to use them on planes.
Well, why do they make them that small then?
Well, I mean...
I think the travel bottles probably started popping up around 2002.
Yeah.
I guess they're not like a...
like, I can't bring a bottle of water, but I can bring enough whiskey.
Yeah, I can bring
make
12
me pass
tiny
out.
bottles of water. That's fine. But, so you're not allowed to drink those, and now they're, like, really careful about it because you're not allowed to have alcohol at all on planes because of COVID.
Right.
For some reason, I don't understand that rule. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah,
alcohol kills
everything.
germs.
Yeah,
exactly. Like, I don't know what your problem is.
I'm pretty sure the reason I haven't gotten sick through all of this is just drinking every day.
It's because everything in my body is sterile.
Yeah.
It's like hospital clean.
But I don't
so
over-sterilize.
drenched in alcohol.
You have to not.
Yeah.
You have to not kill your immune system. Like, I do things to keep my immune system healthy.
Yeah.
But I drink alcohol to numb.
You go like
everything,
running
whatever.
drunk.
Yeah. You never run off a hangover?
When you're running drunk, you're never running on purpose. You never go out to run. But
No,
you're
that's
like,
not true.
I get into situations where I got to run a lot.
You never gotten out of a bar and you're just like, the wind feels so good on my face.
I've been drunk and being like, we got to leave. We got to get out of here now. And you're like, all right, I got to running.
Yeah, needing to run and running and getting to run are different. Very different things in
I've
life.
run on like mushrooms, like the wind on my face,
Oh, yeah.
definitely, but never alcohol. I'm never someone out of a bar like, life is so beautiful. I'm always like, fucking blah, 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 blah. I don't have like good thoughts on alcohol. You know,
Ever?
I don't think like about how life
Why you drink
is
so much?
beautiful and shit. I know, right? It's poison.
I have positive thoughts until I have negative thoughts.
I have positive thoughts, but I'm never like, I want to experience all that life has to offer on alcohol. I'm always like,
no. I mean,
I'm
yeah,
like,
I guess
hey,
like
who
that.
has some Coke?
Yeah, I want to experience all drugs have to
Yeah.
offer.
I'm like, can I sleep here? Like, it's never let's go run.
You don't ask to sleep places when you're drunk. You just sleep
Yeah,
there.
you just sleep there. That's true.
You go until you're kicked out from somewhere. You're like, you're gonna have to physically move me.
But yeah, I was on this flight, and you're not allowed to drink alcohol on the planes. But I was drinking alcohol on the plane because I get scared.
Yeah,
I get really nervous.
You're not allowed to drink any. I've only been on.
You can drink
one
in the
flight
airport.
back and forth.
You can get hammered before you
in
board the
airport.
plane.
Yeah, but they don't serve any drinks on the plane now, right? Not even water.
They serve water.
And that's it.
But they don't serve alcohol because alcohol is full of COVID or something. I don't really get it. None of the rules make sense. Yeah, 'cause you can get orange juice, you can get Coke. So
you can still get all the other things?
I ordered the Coca-Colas and I bring in like a bunch of little travel bottles, you know?
Yeah, you just pour it in your Coke.
Yeah, exactly. And so the whole flight I was pouring them into the Coke and stuff, not scared of flying because I'm drunk, you know, life is good. And the lady comes up and one of the flight attendants, and she sees like a couple bottles on the seat, and she's like, you can't drink on the airplane, and if you keep drinking, we will call the authorities. And I'm like, who's like the pilot? Like, who's the authorities on the airplane?
Someone with a helicopter?
Yeah, exactly. Well, like a fighter jet's gonna pull up, like, stop drinking, pull over. But yeah, so she's just threatened me with the authorities, which is like, if you're threatening the authorities, I don't think you know who you're calling, lady. I think you're guessing.
I'd love to watch you come off a plane just like a little buzzed or drunk or whatever, and there's a bunch of cops waiting for you.
Exactly. There's like the National Guard. This man was drinking on an airplane.
Yeah.
But she's like, hey, you can't keep drinking. We're gonna call the authorities if I see another bottle come out. And I had like 3 more bottles. We're halfway through the flight, you know. I don't want to. We got like 4 hours left. If I sober up, I'm gonna start being afraid of the airplane.
We're gonna call the authorities from a stewardess like your mom being like, just wait until Dad gets home.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally what it is. But yeah. So she's like, we'll call the authorities, and I'm like, cool. Could I have some ice? And she brought me ice, and I kept drinking.
Did she not know what she was doing?
Yeah, exactly. No, I was like, can I have some ice? And she's like, and then like, yes, you can have some ice.
I took an oath as a flight attendant that I would never leave someone iceless.
That is my solemn promise as a stewardess of the sky.
Everyone must always have ice or water or I don't know.
Or Chex Mix.
And know how to get their seatbelt on. Larston.
Larston's pushing
Terrible
the whole
producer.
thing. All right, we're just gonna pull it back. But yeah, she's like, I'm sworn by sacred oath to bring you ice if you ask for it. I know you're breaking the law. It's like, hey, no smoking crack. And you're like, can I have a crack pipe? And they're like, yeah.
Yeah, all right. I can supply the pipe, but not the crack.
Yeah, exactly.
Crack's illegal.
You better not smoke any crack out of this crack pipe. And I'm like, no.
No,
never.
I just wanted to, I don't know, blow bubbles with it or something. What do you think I'm going to do with the crack?
I just want to hold some stuff with it.
Only momentarily.
I just want to light it.
Yeah.
No crack inside of it.
Just want to smell it with my mouth.
But yeah, I don't understand the new alcohol laws. It's stupid.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. Just you've never been cut off though on like normal flight.
No, that has happened.
Oh,
I wasn't kidding about that.
No.
They did say like, hey, we can't give you any more alcohol. Because I was in one of the premium seats, and you get free alcohol. Yeah,
you get free alcohol.
And so I was just like, free alcohol?
I know.
You fucked up.
Yeah. Premium seats and the window seats, which the window seats will never make sense to me.
Wait, window seats you get free alcohol?
The emergency exit seats, you get free alcohol.
That might have been what it was.
For sitting in the
yeah, that's like the one place that you shouldn't have free alcohol. I bet that's why she cut me off, honestly, because I think I was in the emergency seat.
Yeah, she's like, you're not going to help anyone.
She's like, hey, you're going to be hammered for the emergency. I was like, where's the emergency lady?
Yeah, the emergency seats should have a drink limit, not like it's all free and you can have whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't care. All you have to do to sit in the emergency seat is be over like 16 and just say yes when they say, will you help in time of an emergency?
I had my earphone in, like one of them. She came up, and I was the only person in the emergency seats for one of these flights, like recently, just because of like, I don't know, I guess no one wants to help in an emergency because of COVID or something.
Everyone's
like that.
Scared of emergencies now.
Like, I don't get it.
I don't want to touch anyone.
Yeah, but I'm like, there's like 4 emergency rows, and I'm the only person in any of them.
Wow.
So she came up and she's like, "Hey, you're like over 16. You need to like," blah, 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 blah. And she's like, "Good." And one of the other stewardesses came back or like walked past her, and she was like, "Did you hear any of that? Like, did you even get the emergency thing?" Because she just rushed through it. And so I was like, "Yeah, I get it."
Yeah,
like,
I've heard it before.
Fine.
I mean, I still don't know what to do if it happens. I've been on 1,000 planes.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, you open the door and then
I got it.
You're good.
I'm pretty sure there's room. Someone will figure it out.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
Isn't it still kind of your guys' job to help in an emergency?
Like, you can fly a plane, right? No. But yes, if I can sit in this extra leg room.
I know. I've been asleep on the emergency exit window on the door, and they've been doing that thing, and they're like, hey, and they're like, tap on me, and they're like, can you say yes? I'm like, yeah. And just like, leave me alone. I just want the extra space. Who's going to say no and then lose their space? Has anyone ever been like,
that'd be hilarious. You're on a packed out airplane, and you're like, nah.
Nah, I'm not going to help.
You going to move me? And they're like, no.
They're like, if someone wants to take your seat, I guess.
Yeah, maybe.
We've never run into this situation. Can you say yes, please? There's got to be so many times like that in someone's job that they just run into a situation like, no one's ever done this.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Can't you just make it easy on all of us, you jackass?
They're like pitching it to you. Like, you get free alcohol. You get all this extra leg room. Please help us.
Please, no one wants to help. Yeah. That must they must have had a hard time at some point in flying history that they had to offer free drinks.
Yeah, right. There was like an emergency row that just wouldn't help.
Yeah.
Like,
I would help, but I was
can you
just
help
scared.
Move people out of this airplane? They're like, nah.
I guess
I don't have any incentive.
Yeah.
Wait, what about people are dying? You're like, what about free drinks? Can I get free drinks?
Can I have a drink for free?
We're crashing right now.
I mean,
I know. So hurry up. Let me get a free drink, and maybe I'll help out a little bit.
It helps with the nerves. You're less scared, I guess. That's
exactly.
one positive with the.
Did they do that for like firemen?
Yeah,
free drinks for firemen.
Firemen get hammered at the firehouse all day. Isn't all they do?
I think they also mow the lawn a lot.
There's lawns at firehouses?
Sometimes, if you're outside of a city,
nice
I guess.
Fire.
Yeah, if you're in a nice one.
Like the suburbs firehouse.
Dude, there's a firehouse on top of the Hollywood Hills.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's the firehouse you want to be fucking.
Yeah, just overseeing it.
Yeah, you're just looking down at your crazy nice view. Like, I get called for a fire once every 3 months. I pretty much just sit here and
they have beds.
Drink.
They just drink and make food and sleep, and then once every few months there's a fire.
Firemen are lazy. That's what I'm saying. Firemen are good for nothing tax sponges.
In a lot of places, I think they are. Out here, we need them, but out here we need everyone's firefighters.
That's true.
But dude, if you're in a random place that is like the only time there's a fire is when someone sets someone else's house on fire, or someone
like
arsons their business. Yeah.
What are firemen in North Dakota doing? Probably nothing. Right
Collecting a nice paycheck.
Having a big sleepover with all their 40-year-old friends.
That's why there used to be just the like people in towns who were like National Guard version of firefighters or whatever. Like you're a firefighter when we really need you.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool.
The weekend warriors.
Yeah, you're at your desk job and there's like there's a fire. And you're like, there's a fire, and you like rip open your shirt. You got firefighter gear on. You run out like a superhero. And you just get paid per fire that you put out. Well, I guess that's incentive to start fires.
You get commission. You get fire
that's
commission.
Probably not a good idea.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a good idea.
I think people would absolutely start
they
fires.
Give them free drinks. You're like, hey, here's your free drinks. Go fight some fires. And they're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah. Dude, if you could drink for free at the local bar in North Dakota, wherever you are, yeah, probably. Yeah, everyone will be a firefighter.
I'll sit in that emergency row.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I'll fight fires. I get to drink free every other day. Cool.
But you'd see a fire, you're like, I can't fucking believe this bullshit.
Yeah,
because that'd be me in the emergency. If there's actually an emergency in the emergency row, dude, I'd be like, fuck you. I'm not doing anything. I am off this plane. I'm first one off.
You just open the door and jump out on it.
This is a flotation device, right?
only in the water.
Perfect.
What about in the air? I'm gonna hit water.
Yeah, I'll hit water eventually.
Isn't 70% of the Earth water? The chances are good. I'm hitting water.
You're like dragging this airplane wing through a desert. I'm gonna hit water eventually, and I'll be thankful. Hey, I'll be thankful for this.
This will float to the next thing of land. You really don't want to be floating out in the sea either.
Yeah, right.
You rather die wandering through the desert or being lost at sea.
Ooh. I think desert.
Yeah.
I'd say desert.
It's a very Jewy answer of you.
I know, it is. It
is. I'd also probably say desert, but I don't know.
Just because it's being lost at sea is a very like you're not even close to where you want to be.
Yeah.
Like the desert, you're like, all right, I'm on land. Eventually, I'm gonna hit some livable land.
Right.
You know, with water, you're like, I could just be out here.
Yeah. Especially now. I think most deserts stop.
Yeah, there's like a train,
soon, right?
like a train running through something eventually. You know.
Yeah, there's gotta be something. Even just leftovers of something that people made along the way.
Yeah.
To get
Plus, if you're
else.
in the ocean, you don't get to decide where you're going. You kind of
That's
got
true.
to float, and that's like,
yeah.
I don't think the currents take you anywhere nice.
Right.
They kind of just take you to the middle of the ocean. I'm pretty sure. And then you.
This led me right to shark-infested waters.
Yeah. You get swallowed by the Kraken or something.
Yeah, because I guess like in water, obviously you have a better chance of you can filter water. It's going to take you a bit, but you have a better chance of having water to drink and food to eat because there's fish. You got to know how to do things.
Yeah.
In the desert, what is there stuff just randomly in the desert at all? Or I'm
scorpions.
I'm seeing just sand.
Camels.
You can eat scorpions.
Other people who died.
Can eat. That's
nice.
That's good. That's good food.
In the ocean, people sink. That's
true.
Sure.
You're probably not going to find.
You're not getting any.
You're going to get a fish.
You're not getting any good people meat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess there's fish, but
there's fish. But you got to.
I'm after people meat. Though.
Yeah, and if you don't have things to fish yet, you're kind of fucked. You're not going to just randomly grab a fish in open waters.
Yeah, you kind of gotta get lost at sea with some fishing stuff.
Yeah. Same with the filtering water. Like you still need. I remember watching a video in like when I was younger of like surviving in the water, and you could filter it with like a shirt or something you take and stretch the material and let the sun do things.
You can filter water through t-shirts?
You could do some stuff with it in the sun. It's like if you really needed to and you get a little bit of water.
All I hear about is how hard it is to convert salt water into drinkable water.
Yeah. It is. I mean, it's hard to convert it into the amount of water it is. You lose most of it. You need some water.
I just inhaled some
salt water.
Undrinkable water. There you go.
Should have been drinking water, not alcohol, like the plane taught you. Yeah, well, there's some college kids who have like made some machines that can both easily not easily, but can turn salt water into drinkable water and can also like suck water out of the air. I think precipitation, like they can take that stuff and turn it into water.
Suck water out of the air? That sounds like some supervillain shit.
That's supervillain shit. Yeah,
I'm gonna take all the moisture out of the clouds.
Yeah, and you just can't breathe.
You can't
anymore.
stop me, Superman. That sounds scary.
Think they'll ever make a superhero movie where the villain doesn't have to say what they're doing?
Yeah, you kind of just gotta figure it out.
You have to figure it out. You have to figure out their plan.
That'd be nice.
Have they done that? I feel like every time it's just like, here's what I am doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if it's just telling their whatever, their number 2 instead of telling the superhero, but they're still telling someone exactly what the plan is.
Yeah, let people figure it out. We need a detective superhero movie. That'd be cool. How come that hasn't been done?
I don't know.
They tried it with Batman,
Probably.
kinda.
What was
but
Dick Tracy? What happened
didn't really
there?
do anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy? Who's that?
That's old, like, it's like 70s or 80s, I think. Old
Was he like Spider-Man?
He's like, he was a detective, and he like wore yellow.
And he wore a cape?
He wore like a yellow like trench coat and like hat.
Word. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I've seen it, but I don't remember it. It was like very early.
I feel like he sounds like Curious George.
Yeah,
I think you're thinking of Curious George, not a detective.
Curious George is kind of a detective. He's detecting things. He's figuring things out. He's solving puzzles.
He's piecing things together.
Learning about life.
I feel that.
I'm not talking. Well, I mean, you're not even thinking of Curious George though. You're thinking of the man in the yellow hat. I am his keeper.
Curious George, his master,
his handler.
Yeah, Curious George moves the plot along very little. In Curious George, it's really all the man in the yellow hat carrying the show.
Wow. I can't remember one thing that happened in Curious George. I've read so many of those books as a kid.
I remember he was a monkey. That's about it. He did monkey stuff.
I remember that. He did monkey stuff, like fling his poop at people.
Yeah, and eat it.
And like pick up sticks with his feet.
Yeah, and he'd break people's hands because he's too strong.
They thought he was just cute and cuddly.
Yeah, he was like, ah!
Oh my God, the monkey broke my hand.
Remember the one where they tried to put down Curious George for hurting all those people? And the man in the yellow hat he can't help him because it's out of his hands. And they kill Curious George. You remember that one?
And petition.org's not a thing yet, so he's like nowhere to turn. He's going door to door to get people to sign like a paper petition, which don't do anything apparently. I don't think.
You sign the petition, people read it, and you're like, stop the monkey who hurt somebody from dying. I don't want to sign this. I think we should kill the murderous monkey.
Yeah, why would we not put down the murderous monkey? That sounds... It's just one monkey. It's not like a herd of monkeys.
Yeah, even if it was a herd of monkeys. I don't know any monkeys. Would you eat monkey? I was talking about this with my girlfriend the other night.
Yeah. Monkey brain soup or something like that's a
like she was saying, because we were like at a duck pond, and she's like, wouldn't it be fucked up if we brought some chicken for the ducks? And I was like,
different creature.
Different thing, yeah. Not that bad. Like people eating monkeys. And she's like, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
fucked up to her. Yeah.
Is it fucked up? They share 99% of our DNA, what she said. But
they share.
Not 100%. That's fine. We're good. That 1% makes it edible.
But I guess it's
that 1% that isn't us is delicious.
It could. So it could make you stupider. I guess it could. Like.
Is that what happens when you eat people?
Eating people, I know, causes defects of something. It's not good. It's not good to eat yourself.
Causes defects like superhuman thinking.
Yeah, they don't. That's what they don't want you to know.
Like strength.
You absorb their powers.
Yeah, exactly. Like becoming someone else, having another source of life energy.
And warriors used to eat the hearts of the people they killed. I think those were the best warriors, not the
probably.
worst.
They're probably pretty sick. Like warriors eat someone's heart and they come back and they're like, I really should have eaten that heart.
I don't even remember how to sword fight anymore.
I have dementia now. This isn't going well. I'm not a good warrior after this.
I don't know. It looked cool. I saw other people do it. Looked badass.
Sent a message. They're scared of me now, but
yeah,
I don't know why.
It for sure saved me from having to fight like 5 other people. It's good to do if you're surrounded.
Yeah, that was like half of war back then. It was just like, how do I scare other people enough to not make them want to fight me?
Yeah, the best warriors, they could like be like, I defeated 15 people in battle.
Yeah, but I killed 1.
Yeah.
And 14 of them were like, oh, that guy just fucking, he ate his heart and his liver, and I don't want to fuck with that, dude. No way.
He is not scared. That's not a smart thing to do. You shouldn't eat other people.
Yeah, that's what you're missing out from like Braveheart and all those movies. Like, I bet it wasn't that crazy. People running at each other. People I know, most people be running at each other and they'd be like, you know what?
Yeah.
And they'd leave. They wouldn't even hit the line like that. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be.
I don't know. I think that's where the wall of death comes from in Moshpits and stuff. You know, a wall of death where everyone.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Separate. We're doing a wall of death.
Yeah.
Everyone separates. All these nonconformist kids who listen to metal separate and do exactly what they're told by the person on the stage, and then they wait until they tell them to run at each other, and they run at each other like fucking idiots.
That's true. Maybe
and that's not even for any reason.
Maybe those are like kings. Well, kings were like frontmen, kinda.
Yeah,
they were just charismatic,
powerful frontmen.
Like metal frontmen.
The first king who got
you
a
guys
microphone
wanna
and you
fucking
rock.
You know, it'd be sick if we mosh pit the fuck out of Scotland.
All right, everyone, get in a line. When the breakdown hits, I need you to run as fast as you can at that army with your bayonets. Wall of death, let's go!
They get there, they're stabbing each other because it's a mosh pit.
They don't know what they're doing.
I don't know. You don't have any friends in a mosh pit.
Yeah. I don't know. There's always like 2 guys who have got their arms locked together. Just
but then they're punching
around.
each other.
They have to prove they're still men even though they're holding hands.
Yeah, well, they lock arms and they're like swinging at each other. You ever seen that one?
Yeah.
That's my favorite. They just watch the bad music video.
I enjoyed mosh pits at one time as a kid. The wall of death and those sort of things, I never like completely understood, or the like slam dancing, people just really just throwing each other. But I enjoyed mosh pits.
Yeah, I got punched a few times.
Yeah, I've been punched and kicked and
like whatever.
Yeah,
I've hit some people on accident. You never mean to. Sometimes
that's not true. Maybe you never meant to, but I know plenty of people who absolutely meant to.
Yeah, I've never meant to hit anybody. I definitely have, but
yeah.
But that's not true. You don't mean to punch somebody. You mean to hit everybody. But you don't mean to like punch somebody in the face half the time.
Yeah, half the time.
Yeah.
And the other half they've mixed punk and hardcore kids in with metal kids, and they don't get along, and they mosh differently, and they get mad at each other, and then they fight each other. That's what I experienced growing up.
See, I didn't see mosh pits until college, because in Hawaii it's like there's no mosh pits.
Yeah,
it's not really a moshing.
People will
place.
Kill each other.
Well, because people like if you punch some random local guy,
yeah,
like because he'll be like, all right, dude, I will remember you. And you're like, the concert will finish and you'll get mobbed by 6 Tongans and fucking, it's not a good time. Yeah, there's too much revenge in Hawaii.
Yeah. That's why Hawaiian music's very like lullaby.
Yeah, it's all
peaceful,
reggae
like
shit.
It's just trying to calm everyone.
It's like, you can't fight to reggae, and Hawaiians are like, watch me. I know some of the scariest people I've ever met were like big, like the Green fans. I'm on a one-way train.
Out with those guys.
They're just fucking breaking jaws to fucking to nice slow reggae.
Yeah. Yeah, I watched someone get tackled on the Sublime with Rome stage during What I Got. Rome was just like horrified looking down. He's like, loving. So that guy's like, oh God. What happened?
Yeah. Yeah, music is fighting music. That's what I've learned over the years. You can always fight to music.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what kind.
Learn anything from a Tarantino film.
Yeah, exactly. I think jazz is the only music I've never seen fights to. I've seen fights about it, like the musicians.
Jazz. Yeah,
the musicians fight for jazz.
That's
music.
why there's no fights. The people on drugs are playing.
Yeah, exactly. The audience is like refined, drinking martinis.
Wine.
The musicians are like, "Hey, you fucking suck, dude. Hey, it's 3-4, not 5-4. You fucking asshole. I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I'll kill you after this."
Kicking over the drummer's cymbals.
They're like dead legging the bassist.
Yeah, I've watched
playing too fast.
I've seen some bands fight with each other. I don't remember who it was, but I saw someone like throw a cymbal at their singer.
That rules.
Like, Jesus.
He like unscrewed it.
Yeah, took it off and threw a cymbal. You gotta be mad because that. Yeah. I mean,
was it like mid set?
Yeah,
like he had to go get it. Like, how did they keep playing?
I don't remember if they kept playing. I think they did. I think there was a moment. I think it was more like, "Whoa, this is cool. These guys are brutal."
Yeah, right.
And like, no, they're mad at each other.
Like, no, I think there's some infighting going on.
I would have never done that to one of my bandmates.
If I would have thrown a cymbal, I would have thrown it lower. He's aiming for his head. That's hilarious. Was that were you just watching the show?
Yeah, I was watching the show. I really don't
that
remember
would
who
be
it was.
from in like an audience though. That would be cool.
Yeah,
and like depending on, was it like a punk show?
Yeah, it was a punk or hardcore show. It was
yeah,
one of the two.
That makes more sense then.
Yeah. Whereas like sometimes they were like that. Like I've seen lots of like singers and stuff jumping. It pisses off the drummers plenty, but it's like part of the show. But they like jump over the drums and crash through them and do other things at like the end of the set or at a certain part. And knock over. Like there's some band too where the singer would like kick his bassist or guitarist. They just like kick him in the side, just like fucking around with them. I've seen that sort of stuff a lot where it's like they're not mad at each other, they're just fucking around and whatnot. But yeah. If you saw that at like a Justin Bieber show, you're like, man, what'd they do?
Yeah, what did Justin say?
You would not expect that at a pop show.
Yeah, for real.
That's another thing that's weird too. Is like pop shows and stuff. They have to be, all the performers have to be perfect and this and that. And it's like, why go watch the show? Why not just listen to the music if it's gonna be pristine?
Yeah, exactly. You want to see some fucking. I want to see some slips. Yeah,
I want to hear musicians playing and having fun.
Yeah,
and when you're having fun, you make some mistakes here and there.
Yeah,
not a big deal.
But then you make some that's really cool at the same time. You know? I mean, not at the same time, but in the same set.
Yeah.
You stumble into something you didn't have before, and you're like, "Oh, this is fucking dope."
Mm-hmm.
That's a cool thing about live entertainment, like with comedy, especially.
Yeah,
because half the best things I've ever seen weren't intentional. You see someone kind of just stumble into a joke or a thought, and you're like, "Oh, that's fucking awesome."
Yeah, the random pieces of crowd work or something that go into it for certain comics. Some comics are so good at it, some it just throws them off.
Yeah, exactly. Well, those are the people who are actually having fun, or the people who can just stumble into cool things.
Right.
If you're not having a good time and you try to like riff it up,
yeah. Ooh. When you're not having a good time, you just yell at the person.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's talking to you.
Fucking pissed.
I've been in that. That's like when you're starting out too, just the yelling at people in the audience. You're like, I got them back. And like, you're not supposed to get them back, really. I mean, unless they're really terrible. Mm-hmm. But you're supposed to have fun enough where the audience can be like, yeah, that was enjoyable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was this heckler in Florida last weekend, and I can't remember what I said, but it wasn't like it wasn't mean. I used to be really mean to hecklers, and it was like, she said something, and it was like, all right, lady, whatever. Like, take it easy. We're all having a good time here. She got offended at the robot joke. That's what it was. And she had gotten mad earlier about he said something about, like, step-parents, And she's like, she's just standing up for robots and step parents. And you're like, what do you believe in?
What the hell are you going
Like,
on
what
to
are
die? Like, this is so weird.
But yeah, it's about like having fun with it. And then it was like no one was mad at her.
She's like,
but it was just
both my step parents beat me and my Roomba left.
she said something about I mentioned like no one ever wanted step parents. And she's like, but I'm a great step parent.
Oh, she was a step parent.
She was like that.
Of course.
And I was like, let's ask your stepson.
Yeah. She's probably a step parent and also kind of robotic and personality.
Exactly. And fucking what she believes in. But yeah, it's about like having fun. That's all performance is. That's all any of this shit is.
Yeah. Having fun and being present enough. You have to be there.
Yeah. Using the skills to have fun.
Yeah.
Because people don't, you can't just have fun. No one's going to want to watch that. You got to have something to do, too.
But, yeah. I mean, unless you're like Robin Williams or something.
Yeah.
And you can
but
just
even then, he had like a skill behind it.
Yeah. Well,
you know?
no, he had a million skills. That was the thing. But he could go up there with nothing and give you a few hour performance.
Yeah, seriously.
Or he could go up there with all the material in the world. But that dude's brain just moves so quick.
Yeah, exactly.
That's only a few people.
Keep moving this.
I always do it. It's I don't know if it's a nervous habit. Like I can't tell if it's the same habit as like when you first get the mic and you play with the cord and whatnot. And I'm just like I'm newer
probably
to
is.
podcasting still. I guess I don't know. But I always want to I always want to move this a little bit.
I still move the cord.
Yeah.
I'm doing stand up. I'll still be like.
Moving it out of the way or whipping it's a little different though. Like I did the like fucking Henry Rollins, like wrapped it around my fist the first time. And that's
awesome.
And that it doesn't look good like if you're not doing like if you're not really telling jokes like that. If you're just like doing it kind of nervously while you're shaking and poorly telling bad jokes.
Yeah, the nervous punk frontman. Hey, you guys don't like the establishment, right?
Are you guys always
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't like it either.
If you guys wouldn't mind, I'd really like to see some more stage dives. It's lonely up here.
Hey, can you guys settle down? Hey, can you settle down? I'm trying to get the song. You're not really letting me sing because you're yelling at me.
You guys can sing. I guess if you want to sing,
hey, can you guys turn it down? I don't think anyone can hear my words, and that's really why I got into this.
People are climbing over each other. Oh, here, I guess you can have the mic and sing.
Oh, is it your turn? Is it your turn to have the mic?
I was kind of done hearing my voice too, so I'm sorry.
Oh, put my shirt back on. Yeah, okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean
that was the final frontman for Black Flag, and that was when they're like, you know what, we should just call it quits. We're really gone downhill in frontman.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I think I'm getting too fat for white shirts.
Too fat for white shirts because you can see everything better. You mean you need to go back to black shirts?
Yeah, go back to darker colors.
Because you can't. Because any sort of bright color is still gonna.
It just is so. It's too much shirt now. You know what I mean?
It's not
Every time I
enough
see
shirt,
a
it
fat
sounds
guy,
like.
every time I see a fat guy in a white shirt, I'm like, there's too much being shown right now, dog. You're like, get a less.
Yeah. I think you're okay still. I think you're fine. You can wear white shirts.
Yeah, but I'm getting
But-
there, dude.
but still-
I'm sneaking up on like where it's like,
You know?
hey, Willie has to stop wearing yellow.
Start solving
like
the
a
problem because you don't
beacon.
want to get called
You look
Big
like
Bird
a
or
lighthouse.
something. Yeah.
Like you can almost put me on top of a tower and
Well.
ships will be able to navigate around.
Is it
fucking
your body
rocks.
trying to lighthouse you, like tell you something of like, hey, stop eating
cut
all the
it out.
carbs, or run a little, take another lap around the ocean.
Like fat guys in white shirts are like white is the absence of color, and fat guys in white shirts are like you're advertising like the absence of health. Almost. It just doesn't work. It doesn't. Yeah.
Have you not been exercising or anything? What's going on?
No, I went to when I was with Cam, dude. I went to fucking like Culver's and all these just fast food places.
Yeah.
And
Because you're just like, Cam's as skinny as a stick. Whatever
well, yeah,
he's doing
I was
is
like, we can do
fine.
whatever he's doing. went to like Checkers, all these like great places. I've never been to them before, so I was like, let's try them all.
Those are all awful fast food spots.
Dude, the Checkers, they had the fry burger. They put fries in the burger.
Yeah.
That's like the whole thing. It's not that crazy, but it was really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's why. I went to Florida.
I like that
I hung out in the South for 10 days, and I gained like 30 pounds.
I just love, too, that it's like in Florida, it's like, oh, let me show you our fast food restaurants instead of like, hey, here's some nice restaurants we have with good food.
Nah, he took me to some crab spots and stuff. It was like, there was some good Southern
fast food crab spots somehow.
They were sit-down restaurants. They definitely seemed like the outback of crab spots. You know, it didn't seem like the nice ones. You know what I mean? But they were good. I'm like, Mr. and Mrs. Crab, shouts out to you guys. You guys were great. You guys were great. But yeah. It's,
Mr. and Mrs. Crab sounds more like an STD check doctor. Family owned, especially in Florida.
Oh no, you're gonna want to go to
clinic.
Mr. and Mrs. Syphilis. I can't do what you need done.
We're very specialized here in Florida.
We're all specialized and family owned.
Plenty of business to keep us afloat. We're a spring break capital. We're fine.
Mr. and Mrs. AIDS aren't doctors. They're a hooker team.
Yeah. Hooker team.
If you buy one, you gotta buy us both. We're Mr. and Mrs. AIDS.
You guys have AIDS? No, we aid each other in the hookering.
No,
like,
we have AIDS. We do have AIDS.
We also have AIDS. It's all right. You got us.
You got yeah. That's why it's so cheap.
We only have to tell you if you ask. Like you told us in the name.
Yeah, it was already Mr. and Mrs. AIDS. Seems like you wanted us to ask with the name. I do. It helps with the lawsuits.
Like that, yeah. Then Then
also, I'm Mrs. AIDS. He's Mr. AIDS. We have the same voice.
This is what AIDS does to your voice.
No, I'm just gross.
No, actually, once you get AIDS, you start smoking. You have to. Unfilters.
You start sounding like a 45-year-old Italian fucking greaseball. I'm the greasiest woman in Florida. But I'm always wet because I'm so greasy.
I don't know if grease is the same as wet.
Hey, and
slimy.
With my pussy, it is. Let me tell you. Let me tell you something about my pussy. It doesn't get wet; it gets greasy.
Wet pussy good, slimy pussy bad. I didn't learn a lot in school, but I know that much.
Your sex ed teacher.
Yeah.
Slimy pussy, and he like crosses it out.
Yeah, I want a sex ed teacher who's had diseases.
Yeah, right?
I need some cautionary tales.
All right, so this one's a fucking doozy. Let me tell you, it's really hard to hide this one. Because I've tried. Makeup doesn't work.
Sex ed teachers were always like, have you had sex? Like, I've read about it in a lot of books.
We had, one of our PE teachers was a girl, and we got her for sex ed.
Mm.
And, I don't remember anything.
I didn't listen. Yeah, of
I didn't
course.
listen to anything. I don't remember it. Mostly because, I was fucking around in the back with friends.
Yeah.
But, we were fucking each other in the back.
Nice.
We were doing our own sex ed. We were learning how to, exploring our
yeah, we're
preferences.
We're doing hands-on experiments for this class.
We're like fucking each other in the ass. You're like, I don't like this. You know what? I don't think I'm into this.
The one.
Well, it's good to know now. Like
at least we found out. Yeah, we found out nice and early on what we do and don't.
Well, now
like.
that we know, we know.
Yeah, sex ed should really be finding your preferences, not whatever the hell they're talking about.
Wear a condom for what? Anal or vaginal?
What's my
or
favorite position?
Stuff.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah, exactly. Do I like to be whipped? There's a lot more than just the sex part.
Maybe I'm a foot guy.
Yeah, what are we doing?
Why haven't we talked about
this
feet
is
once?
the feet. Yeah, we
Kinda
need
sex ed
comprehensive
classes?
sex ed. So this is a bullwhip. So this is a leash. You've only known them as dog leashes, but actually...
All right, I think I gave myself the hiccups during this bit, so I think we're going to have to call it.
Fair enough. Hey, I got something for those hiccups. I'm going to whip Eric out of these hiccups, but thanks for listening.
Thank you. Happy New Year. We're back. New year, new...
I feel like we say we're back every week. Every single week. We're back.
Well, we leave a
obviously.
lot. I don't know.
We do leave a lot. No, we don't, though. We've been doing
All the
this
time.
We've been doing this secret podcast pretty consistently.
Yeah, we have.
It's just the cartoons. We're back with the cartoons.
Yeah, check the new cartoons out. Those are back weekly now. Whether or not we want them to be, we're gonna try. Whether or not the news is doing its best to let us have fun with them.
Yeah, exactly. No, we're having fun with them. It's good.
Yeah,
I'm glad we're back.
Yeah,
Eric isn't, I guess.
No, I enjoyed the new episode. I don't enjoy the fact that we're talking about doing the coup this weekend.
We might not. We probably won't. I don't want to talk about it.
The fact that there's only one thing in the news again is what's bothering me.
Yeah, for real. I know. We just gotta find. We'll just do something we actually want to talk about, like sex ed.
Yeah, sex ed.
Boom.
How do we make it better?
How do we make it fun?
We could do one on sex ed. That
wouldn't be a bad episode. But then we run into the problem with with babies talking about sex.
Yeah. Well,
we didn't think about that
when
we started the baby thing.
Maybe talking about sex isn't as bad.
Maybe not. I don't know.
If we're not talking about specifically pedophiles.
Well, would it have been better with other cartoon characters that were like dogs or something like that? Dogs
Maybe.
talking about sex? That sounds freakier.
They have their own style, at least. That's not pedophilia.
Yeah, exactly. I know, right? But yeah. Well, I love you. Have a great night.
And yeah, if you're watching this at night, if you're watching this during the day, then yeah, have a great night. Maybe your day sucks, and I'm sorry, and just live out your bad day and have a good night.
Yeah, exactly. Sleep well.
That's gonna be my new greeting to people in the morning. So have a good night. And they're like, it's the morning. I'm like, yeah, but you already fucked up.
Who knows how this day's gonna go?
Yeah.
I hope we have a good night.
I hope that your boring, shitty day leads you to a good night.
I hope you have an easy evening.
Let's be honest. The best things in life happen at night.
They do. I don't know.
I think it's true.
The best and worst things happen at night.
Yeah, that's fair.
Daytime is a very neutral time of day. Nighttime is like, ooh, anything can happen.
See, anything could happen. Full of possibilities. Just like this year. I don't know. I'm looking for an exit. I'm just done.
We had an exit. You keep talking.
Oh. So it's my fault. All right, fine. Bye.
That's how easy the exit is. We just gotta say bye. It's that simple. Thanks again for listening to the Two Dumb Babies Secret Podcast. If you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe on Patreon at patreon.com/twodumbbabies, where you can get every episode for just $1 a month. Pretty good.